All right, welcome to a brand new edition of the Build series here from New York City. I'm Kevin Kenny, and our special guest today, I can say this now, this is exciting, the Grammy-nominated Jain is here.
Thank you very much for the invitation. Thank you.
Now that must just be incredible to hear that alongside your name.
That was crazy, actually. I didn't believe it at first, you know, because I don't know, we are like a French team, and now today we are going to the Grammy, so it's a great opportunity, and I feel very blessed.
Unbelievable. I mean, we're only, I guess, it's Thursday now, so about 3 days out from the Grammy ceremonies. It's in New York City this year. Will you be attending?
Yeah, of course.
Oh my gosh. I don't know how that works. I've never been to the Grammys.
Yeah, I've never been there too, so I don't know how it works, but I want to go.
Now, did you grow up watching the Grammys every year? Like, is that something that you, as somebody who loved music, have you watched the ceremony year after year?
Well, I watched a lot of ceremonies, but like not all the ceremonies, just the performance of artists that I liked.
Oh yeah.
And so yeah, I feel very excited to see this performance this time in New York, and it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be so much fun. Now it's taking place at Madison Square Garden. Have you ever been to the Garden?
Never been.
Oh my gosh, it's iconic. It's historic. You have done shows though in New York before.
Yeah.
So what kind of venues have you been to in New York?
I just did the Bowery Ballroom.
Okay.
Yeah, and I played in Brooklyn in the Williams.
Oh, the music hall?
Yeah, music hall.
Very
yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
Nice shout out.
That's it. And I did like 2 other shows, but I just can't remember.
Yeah. No, I mean, the Garden's a special place. I want to talk about the Grammys and, of course, the music video. You're up for Best Music Video for Makiba.
Yeah.
Just an incredible work of art. We were talking backstage about just how mind-blowing that piece of art is, the video. But let's start with you, square one. Let's start chapter 1. You were born in France, I understand, right? But you moved around so many times. Where have you lived throughout your life?
Well, I was born in a little town in the southwest of France, and at the age of 9, I went to Dubai for 3 years, and after I went to the Congo in a town called Pointe-Noire for, I think it was for 4 years, and after I did my graduation in Abu Dhabi, and then I moved back to Paris, I don't know, to do an art school.
Wow. You know, when I read that about you, it was after I was familiar with your music, and your music has been called so many different things because it seems when you listen to the album and your music overall, there's so many different influences, whether it's reggae, whether it's pop, whether it's indie or folk or electronica, right? Does that speak to, or can that be traced back to you being able to sort of sample all these different cultures growing up?
Well, I think so. I don't know if I would have done music if I haven't like traveled a lot, because I really... You know, when I was a teenager and I had a lot of stuff to say when I was living in the Congo, and my only way to express with the music, and for me it was very natural to try to connect people and to connect different cultures, because I lived in an Arabic country, I lived in an African country, I lived in a European country, and I was listening to American music. So, you know, all those things combined, it just made my own music.
Yeah, a beautiful fusion, you know, a real melting pot of sound. I understand that your first, I guess, or one of your earliest memories of music is your parents actually singing.
Yeah.
So was that something they did professionally? Was that just around the house? What are these memories of them singing?
It was just in the house, just for fun, you know, for the Sundays, and I don't know, they were dancing like crazy in the living room, so it was kind of funny, and I think it really gave me this need to try to make people dance a lot, because that's how I used to listen to music when I was a child.
Yeah. Well, what kind of songs would they sing back in the day?
I don't know, like French band, but also like the Beatles a lot. Okay. A lot of Bob Marley, a lot of Otis Redding, a lot of Miriam Makeba, and yeah, they're listening to good music, I think, so I'm lucky.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice foundation, I'm sure, to launch everything.
I hope.
Who would you say are your musical influences? You know, you named some there between the Beatles, Bob Marley, you know, these are great names.
Yeah, of course, there's the Beatles and Bob Marley, but there's also Otis Redding a lot.
Okay.
There's a lot of electronic French music, like Justice or Daft Punk also.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hip-hop between Kendrick Lamar and, I don't know, Eminem and stuff like this.
Yeah. Oh, so you can get down to some hip-hop. You like hip-hop too?
I love hip-hop.
Wow.
I think hip-hop is really interesting because it's, for me, right now, it's the music that evolved the best, you know. It's the most interesting music for now.
Yeah, well, it's hard to define, right? You know, I think
Yeah,
like rock, you need a guitar, you need
yeah.
drums to be rock. Hip hop can be anything. It's
Yeah,
changed
because
so
there is
much.
like samples and stuff with classical music, or so it's very interesting.
Yeah, very exciting, a genre that, you know, I enjoy as well.
Ah, cool.
Speaking of inspirations, you were asked in an interview not too long ago about your influences and inspiration, and typically when an artist is asked that question, they cite other artists, you know, Beatles and Otis Redding. You actually listed off a series of painters that you really enjoyed,
Yeah.
and that struck me because you don't really hear that when you're speaking with a musical act like yourself. Do you find yourself being more inspired by other forms of art than, say, music?
Well, yeah, when I went back in Paris after my graduation, I did an art school in Paris because I wanted to be a graphist. I didn't want it to make music actually, and for me it's very important to mix painting and drawing with music because that's how I get inspired sometimes with my songs, and that's why it's really important for me to make like good music video because like this I can mix every of my passion.
Absolutely. So when did it become music for you? Because you said you come back to France and you want to be you know, an artist. When does it become music?
Well, I already had a manager that really believed in me, and we had a lot of, I don't know, people were coming to. I was doing some shows in bars in Paris, and pubs and stuff like this, and a lot of people from the industry just came in and just they were getting interested in my music. So for me, it was like, okay, I'm gonna try it for 2 years, and if this doesn't work, then I'm gonna go back to school.
Right.
But
That's
it worked.
amazing. Just like so unexpected like that. I'm
Yeah, I
always
was not expecting.
yeah. I'm always so curious to ask an international artist like you, when you talk about playing the bars and the pubs of Paris, and then you talk about playing the Bowery ballrooms of New York City, is there a tangible difference in crowds from, say, a France to America?
Well, the differences is that I write my song in English, even if I do some mistakes in English, and the differences is that in New York they understand my lyrics, you know.
Yeah, right.
So they are more involved in my music. In France, they don't always care about the lyrics because
Right.
you know it's in English. So that's the main differences between the two.
Okay, that's interesting. We've talked about the music video and just your love of art. Again, it's up for a Grammy. Makiba, the music video is just, again, just such a work of art. Where does that love for video come from? Were you someone that grew up watching a lot of music videos?
Well, you know, it's true that one of the musical channel that we had in Congo, and it was like we had like 3 channels. So it was music video, it was MTV. So I
Okay.
used to listen to and watched a lot of music video, and I found this amazing because it can really translate the song with image, and for me, it was what I liked the most.
Do you have a favorite, or not a favorite, but do you remember like the first music video you ever saw, or the first video that really made an impact on you?
Oh yeah, I think it was Michael Jackson,
Okay.
Thriller.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I mean, that was crazy.
Oh my,
I was
that's like a movie, like a short
yeah, yeah,
film.
yeah. And I thought I would do the same thing, but it's quite hard to do.
Oh
So
my gosh, yeah, the makeup, forget about it. So let's talk about the process behind Makiba. It's just such a, I mean, it's stunning. I'm going on and on. I feel like I'm being redundant, but really I need to stress how amazing this video is. I guess where is square one with that? When you enter into such a, like an expansive project, like where do you begin to sort of start brainstorming an idea like that?
well, it was for this one. It was quite easy because the song was about Miriam Makeba. So we had to do, for me, we had to do something in South Africa because she was a great activist and singer in South Africa. And I really wanted to, me and the directors, we really wanted to mix the culture between modernizing Miriam Makeba and with my music that is quite electronic. So we had like typical dancers, but we also had street artists and young people, you know, to just try to shake things up a little bit.
Yeah, there's so many things going on in the video. The creation of it, is it you take these ideas to a director? Does the director come to you with the idea? Is it a collaboration? Like, how did that break down?
Well, it's really a collaboration. The directors are Greg and Layo. They are 2 French directors. And I did 3 music videos, and I did all with them. And so we know each other now, so we can really discuss and brainstorm together. And it's so fun because they are almost my own age, so it's there is no taboo or stuff like this.
Yeah. How's it working with two directors? I've actually never heard that on a music video. You know, typically, I guess here in the States, it's like one director and it's their vision. Was it difficult at all? Like, or are they just such a great team
No,
where?
they're such a great team. It's like there are two, but there are in fact one. So they are always think the same thing, and sometimes it's quite, boring. But
Yeah.
but they are so nice and very talented, and I'm so glad that they come here also at the Grammys.
Yeah, oh, they're gonna be here
Yeah,
for
they're
the
gonna
show.
be.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
That's
It's
so
gonna be fun.
cool. With the video, do you have a favorite shot or scene in the video?
Well, I have one which I'm really proud of. It's when I'm on the rooftop, because that was so high, and I don't know how you say high sick.
Yeah, you don't like heights.
No.
Yeah,
And
fear
I was
heights.
like in a rooftop, and it was so hard for me because I was looking downstairs and see tiny cars just like this. So it was, yeah.
How long did you? I just assumed that was like a green screen or
No,
something.
no, it's
Oh
for
my
real.
god! How long did you have to be up there?
I don't know, for all my life.
Yeah, that's what it felt like,
Yeah.
right? I would have been. Oh my gosh, I would have been a mess. Absolutely. You know what I liked that I thought was really cool? I don't know if there was like a deeper meaning or something you were trying to say with it, but you're raising the volume on something like a knob, and then you raise a building.
Yeah.
Was there any deeper sort of thing to take away with it
Well,
from there?
it was mostly about the rhythm and the action that's, urbanization of the music also.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of really classical, but also there's a touch of hip hop,
Yeah.
touch of electronic. So it's kind of, but modern stuff.
Yeah. I may have been digging a little too deep, but I thought it was a nice representation of how music can really lift up people and civilizations and communities and.
That's
Just-
exactly it. Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's how I wanted to say that.
Yeah, no, I mean, but and I think of you in that sense because somebody that moved around so much as a young person, the common thread I'm sure was music. And even when you talk about the comparisons between Paris and New York City, they may not understand the lyrics in Paris as well as they do here, but they still understand the
feel it,
music.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
what you
yeah.
feel exactly.
Well, music, and that's what I try to do. It's about, it's universal. Everybody can feel the music, even if we don't understand the lyrics. So that's what interesting with my music, because when I'm touring France, people still get it.
Yeah, absolutely. This song has been streamed, Makiba, over 107 million times around the world, which is just incredible. Did you, when you wrote the song and made the video, did you have an idea that it could really blow up to this level?
No, not at all. Actually, we thought it was the weird song of the album that's the radio never gonna pass away or stuff like that. And actually, it was like the song that almost worked the best, apart from Come, of
Yeah.
course. So it was a surprise.
Isn't that funny though? Because I find that to be a commonality across a lot of artists, where the song that either the record guy doesn't think is going to be a hit, or maybe they themselves have doubts about, goes on and becomes the biggest hit. What do you think that is about? Is it a self-consciousness that artists have?
No, I think actually, I think there is no rules at all. Like you can never tell if the song gonna work or not, because otherwise we all gonna do songs that work all the time, And the industry, or me, myself, or my producer, we don't know actually what moves people, because it changes with the generation also, and we just have to make the good song at the good time. That's it. Like, it's all about timing also.
Absolutely, absolutely, and leave it up to the audience, right? They decide what the big
it's
song
not my
is.
choice, or the company.
Yeah. So, what are you most looking forward to about Sunday Night Ceremony here in New York?
I look forward to see Beyonce.
Okay.
No, I look forward to just to be there and to enjoy myself. And I'm very excited, and I'm very happy that all my French team is here.
Yeah.
So the directors are here, my manager is here, and Sonny is here. So it's gonna be a good reunion and a good. Yeah, we're gonna have fun, I think.
Yeah.
I hope.
Special night.
Yeah, a special night.
Now, what are you most nervous about? Is there anything you're really
Well,
kind of?
yeah, I'm not used to wear high heels.
Okay.
So I'm gonna wear high heels, and I'm really scared I'm gonna fall. So, yeah.
Fingers crossed, right?
Yeah. If you see me like this,
You're doing
I
great.
have a problem.
Now, do you have any plans to go on tour here in 2018 or do anything in America for your American fans?
Yeah, actually, I'm working on my second album right now, so I don't know yet when it's gonna be released here. But we're definitely going to tour and to come by in New York. hopefully.
That'd be amazing. And Bowery is a cool room if you come back there. I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I love it.
Very intimate and nice,
Yeah.
and I'm sure they dig you down there. We are unfortunately out of time, Jane, but I do want to thank
problem.
you once again for coming
No, thank
by.
you for the invitation.
And best of luck on Sunday. We hope you win the award.
Thank you very much. Thank you
Awesome.
so much.
Thank you.